Hello, hello, hello.
Well, hello there.
Hi.
Hi.
How are ya?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm hot.
Fucking hot up here. Huh?
Fucking hot. It's fucking hot everywhere right now.
Broke the cardinal
We did.
rule.
Curse before 30 seconds were up.
Oh, well.
I mean, isn't that kind of the norm for us?
I think so. Probably.
Me too.
Hashtag.
Hashtag can't do it.
Oh, well. Best part about being temporarily retired is being hammered on Wednesday night for this show. Nice, DJ. Goddamn right.
Oh, I don't have that yet. Oh, you know what? Because I've got to. Is your arm going to make it, DJ?
Your alligator. No, your dog-a-gator. What the hell did you call it?
Called it like a shepherd gator or something.
Shepherd-gator. Something like that. Hey, welcome to Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that is
Beth
Lamontagne, the fine lady in peach.
Wait, you told me my hair was crazy. It's orange, but thank you. And you told me my hair looked crazy tonight.
A
So
little.
how fine can I really be?
You look great.
You don't know the color of my shirt, and you told me.
It's kind of peachish.
It's not peach, babe. I'm going to pull up.
sherbet. It's more of a sherbet color.
Okay, I'll give you sherbet.
It's sherbet.
It's
for sure.
orange.
For sherbet.
Orange.
For sherbet.
Man, I'm drinking tonight too, DJ.
On a school night.
On a Wednesday. It's been a very busy, crazy work week.
Jess, what's going on?
And literally.
You know what?
Hi, Jess.
This is like a real school night for me tonight.
You got to get up and go into the office.
I actually, Croco Shepherd, thank you. I actually have to, Allison, what's happening? I actually have to go into
the real office.
the real office tomorrow for like,
Not the virtual office that is your
for
upstairs.
like real work and stuff.
All day, too.
I know.
You're going to hate the traffic. You're going to get home in the best mood ever.
I'm leaving early. I don't give a fuck. I'm leaving at like 3. Hey, real quick, just mic check on it. How does it
Mic
sound?
check,
Is it
mic,
too
mic, mic
loud?
check,
Is
mic
it
check,
good?
mic,
Is
mic, mic,
it
check.
on? I messed with the
Yes, wait,
audio
Allison,
a little
drinking.
bit earlier. Just kind of a little check-in.
I
quiet.
simmered it down though because I said I was going to drink whiskey, and I didn't bring any ice up. I'm not going to drink whiskey.
Oh, didn't you but she got a couple more topos over there. Chris,
Topos?
nope, definitely isn't a call-in show. Not tonight. Maybe Friday we'll do a call-in
Maybe Friday. That sounds like a
Yeah,
plan.
because Friday we're gonna be off on Wednesday. We have a little adventure planned Wednesday,
A little
Thursday,
spiritual adventure.
and then whatever you want to call it. And then on Friday we're gonna
It's a
give you
fucking
guys
spiritual
kind
adventure.
of
Recap?
a recap of it.
Not
of
kind of. We're going to give you a
sorts,
recap. Maybe not a full picture recap,
because we can't.
but we're going to give some recap.
Absolutely, and we're gonna have a very interesting week coming up. So sounds good. Thanks, Jess. So
Well, you want to know what decided to make me drink tonight? Like what the final straw was? So
What
I
was
was
it?
in meetings all damn day. Had the worst headache by the time I got out of my 3:30 meeting to go into my next meeting. And in my 2:30 to 3:30 meeting, they proceeded to tell us everything that, oh, yeah, this is all due by next Friday.
we'll tell you on Friday, Jess.
This is all due by next Friday. And I'm like, I'm only in the office for 3 damn days next week. So I'm going to be kind of crazy tomorrow, Friday, Monday,
Logan,
Tuesday, Wednesday.
hello. Yeah, so I understand. I feel you. I'm like,
And
really-
did you know? Well, okay. So
Go ahead.
more deadlines that you probably aren't even aware of yet for our mid-year check-in.
we have mid-year check-ins.
We do. Apparently. I thought we only had the one at the end of the year, but
Now we have, I don't know.
I don't know either. We used to have quarterly. Now it looks like we're only getting touched 2 times a year. Touched.
Hands-on.
Hands-on in a platonic manner.
In a platonic way. What up, Alex? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good night.
What's up, everyone?
Chug-a-roo. Little cheers to Alex. I'm not going to chug
Cheers
it.
to
'Cause I've only got
Alex.
2 beers.
Me
but-
neither, because I
chug
only have
one
2, and
for
this one's already almost done.
Hey, so go out, check us out on the Bar is Open with Beth and Greg out on Instagram and Facebook. That's where I'll be posting. I've got a bunch of interesting things to talk about. We've got a bunch of interesting things to talk
Yeah,
about.
way to try to hog up the show, babe.
I said we've.
You said me first, like
Well,
you're the
generally
star.
me. I am. I
You
mean,
can suck a bag
you're
of
the
dicks.
co-host.
No,
you're the eye candy, which is fine.
you're lucky you made that flattering.
Chris said, what do you wear? That's hot international orange shirt, Beth.
Why, thank you.
Yep. So go out, check us out there. Smash like button if you don't mind. If you just pop out of this, smash that.
We're only 2
Yeah,
away.
We're 2 away from 200. Share the fuck out of this. Just
I think I'm going to
share
go
it
and
with your
plead.
buddies.
I think I'm going to go and plead and just say, if you aren't, can you please? So Greg will cállate.
I don't know what 200 is. It's just been this mark that we just haven't been able to hit.
It's a benchmark
We're
for you.
so close. We're so fucking close, right? Have your mom sign up. She doesn't have to watch it. Just have her sign up. Like create an account.
I'm pretty sure my boss said she subscribes because we were we were just like we had some downtime in the meeting and they were like, so what's your summer plan? So everybody was talking and I said, keys aren't happening because everything's too wicked expensive right now. And there's a wedding in October, you know, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, by the way, real quick, tomorrow night between Tuesday. So I don't have this in our notes. Real quick, Southwest has a deal. I think it's called
yesterday and tomorrow.
Between Tuesday and Thursday. If you want to get tickets, use the discount code FALL40.
Did you look?
I took a picture of it.
No, did you look at flights?
I have not yet. I need to tonight. Because again, you reminded me about like going out.
DJ said, "Hey, that's boss."
My nephew's getting married, so.
So, anyways, where was I? Oh, and so we were talking about like trying to figure out some fun things to do, and I was like, we need to have a virtual happy hour. Yeah. I said, and not a team builder. I mean, it technically is a team builder, but you can't drink on a team builder because it's where doing.
But everybody can get together virtually.
And somehow I was telling him about how we're trying to think about, you know, me doing a podcast with the authors, and April was like, "Oh, you like to read? You should pick us a book to talk about for the team happy hour." I was like, "Yeah."
I think I heard you talking about that was today. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I brought up Jack Carr.
And that's why you brought up Jack Carr.
But they were laughing. They were like, "How is the podcast?" I said, we're 3 away from 200 and I just need to have it hit. So Greg will be quiet. And they all started laughing and Steph she follows us and my boss. So my boss was like, "I'm pretty sure I follow you guys. If not, I'll go and subscribe right now." So it's kind of funny. So that one probably came from my team.
You know what? You got to have goals. Got to try. Even if it's just a couple hundred of us hanging out, whatever.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
You know, thank you guys.
Like that DJ said, "Hi, Beth's boss."
And for tuning in every week and every show.
I think that I'm going to try to get into crystals because apparently it's the cool thing to do right now. It's like the third. So we just listened to that Scared to Death podcast.
Well, you have this thing.
Oh, no, like more than this.
This thing, if you look at this side,
it's supposed to take bad vibes and help your immune system.
It's kind of dirtier on this side, and it's supposed to take negative energy
out of the air.
It's dirtier on this side than it is on that side. You know?
I wonder if we could turn it. I mean, this part is rocks. Remember, it's comes from the earth.
Shit.
Well, so that Scared to Death chick totally believes
in a raise. That's boss.
Yes.
That's what DJ said.
Give me a raise.
She just got one.
I just got one.
She got promoted, 4 months ago?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Golf clap.
So the chick from Scared to Death listens to him. Lindsay, yep. Right? She's all about the crystals. Well, my boss shared with us today that she's taking a crystals course. And my girlfriend's
people are getting into all this metaphysical
Stephanie said she got into it about a year ago and that she swears by them.
She's got a demon living in her house.
She's got this portable like bracelet holder that all her crystal bracelets are on. I swear that woman had like 100 bracelets. Yeah. I was like, how do you decide what you're going to wear?
It's called a geologist, Robbie. I think
Dan Cummings' wife. She does them.
Yep. Dan Cummings' wife.
Dan Cummings' wife. Sorry. Yes.
We listen. So our thing when we go on road trips, we stop the Scared to Death podcast. If you like kind of like,
how do you make a living studying rocks?
Oh, geologist.
It took me a second. Well, I don't want to have to earn a degree to make that money. If there's a way I can do it, just like
archaeologist. Cheers to everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Fly. Blame you for that.
Swear to God.
So there's supposedly this thing that you can plug inside your house that attracts. It's almost like a bug zapper.
Have those little things sticking from the roof.
The fly tape. I know, it's so gross. But I think it's like a bug zapper, and the sound draws them in, and then it gives them a slight charge.
Yeah.
And they die. I'm like, we need one of those.
It's like a bug zapper.
That's why. That's what I said.
It's just in the corner going snap.
I said I think it's like a bug zapper.
Snap.
I told you I think I know why it happens because the garage door, the door from the outside to the inside,
like it doesn't close all the way.
You don't close it ever.
If it closed,
open it wider and it'll close on its own. You just have to like Put a little muscle in it, babe. We all know you got muscle. I like They're Scared to Death too. And that is our road trip.
That's definitely a road trip
Podcast.
tune. Or,
Here's the problem
podcast.
though. Dan has such a nice, calming voice that I
She even said it in one of the ones
usually,
we just listened to.
yes, I usually end up falling asleep
And I'm
unless
just
the
cruising down
story,
the road
unless
at
the
100
story is
miles an
really,
hour,
really like
listening. They're great. Yeah.
angst driven, I
Yeah.
fall asleep because he lulls me into comfort.
It's great though. It is. I mean, I listen to this
Geology
other one. I
is
can't think of the
actually
name
in
of it,
high
but
school demand.
off the top of my head. Yeah, one of you guys will know the name of his main one, but
She's going to be a geologist. DJ's daughter is going to go for geology.
nice. We're like mines, like one of the mine schools, like up in Colorado or something like that. That's where
I
both
guess
my
they
cousins
probably
got
already know where
Colorado
she's going
School
to go.
of
Huh?
Mines, I think it was. They both got their engineering degrees up there.
I knew I was going to junior college
ALW, what's
for a
going
year.
on? Twice in one day.
Twice in one day.
Oh yeah. So speaking of twice in one day, I screwed up last night dropping the podcast.
Here's a new rule. You can't put those on when you're not around. Like you can do them for 9 o'clock
Well,
or a night
I
you're
totally
not
had
in
it-
jujitsu. Because
I
I'm
had-
like trying to call you. I'm trying to text you, be like, babe, this fucked up. Babe,
And
this
I'm
is
in
broken.
jujitsu.
Babe, this is doing something weird.
Right,
Babe, it's
so-
a commercial.
well, there was like a default video
George
that
Mason
goes
University.
George, nice. Robbie said he's a geologist. So connections. Dun, dun, dun. But no, last night I uploaded it or I didn't upload it. I set the premiere on Restream to go
And you did it wrong.
at
TJ
7:30
was
or
like-
whatever. Or,
TJ
no,
was
I'm
like,
sorry,
God damn it.
at 8:30.
And I don't use the Lord's name in vain, but it was hilarious. So he was just like, God damn it,
Who said that?
DJ.
Oh yeah, sorry. And well, there was like this default
Hey, lady,
video.
long time no talk.
I would have known had that I couldn't have even uploaded it to Restream because you can only do a certain size file to
Right.
Restream.
So
to
you
go
learned,
to
it was another
both.
learning opportunity.
So now I know I can only premiere things on YouTube. Especially these size files,
The
like
tube
these
that is
size
you?
shows, like that are an hour
Yeah.
plus long, because they get pretty big. They're like a gig size.
I listened to a bit of it. It was interesting.
So
I honestly can't believe that somebody willingly.
TJ, little background real quick.
Yeah.
TJ, I posted we premiered a show today at 1:30
Oh,
or
look,
something like that.
Allison, that's right.
And it was TJ, one of my best friends, long time friends. And I've known him for 32 years. I've known him since I was 13. And he's an ultra runner. So he runs 50, 60, 100 miles. He's getting ready to run a 100-mile run.
I'd rather get hit by a
couple
car, but I'm
weeks.
pretty sure he probably feels like he got hit by a car when he's done.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to skip the
so he's
run
gonna
and just
do
get hit by a
that,
car.
And then he's going to do another 200. And then he's working his way up to a 250-mile run next year.
Nope.
So it's just like training, right? But go out and listen to that. And I think I'm going to re-premiere it again on Tuesday night, like re-upload it and re-premiere it.
Right.
Because I really think it was that good because he goes through a lot of kind of the mental factors that you have to
Play
go
into
through.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For anybody that's into really hard shit, or you even not just really hard shit, like a
I
5K
wasn't
could,
born with that gene.
but a 5K could be really hard for some people.
I mean,
That's
it's
totally
hard for
acceptable.
me.
That's totally fine, right? Like getting through 3 miles or 3.2 miles or whatever could be
I haven't
really
done
hard.
it forever. I was okay at it for a while, and now I probably would be like
But I
a
think,
quarter mile in and be like,
Right.
F this stuff.
but I
I'm
think
out.
a lot of
I'll
that,
meet you at the bar.
the mentality of it can apply to all sorts of shit.
Then you'll walk into the bar and I'll have a beer and a cigarette. I'll be like, what took you so long?
Right. So then it's pretty cool. Then we kind of talk real quick, or not real quick. We talk for a little bit about like him going in, why he got into it, like
Right.
cancer research for his cousin who passed away from a type
Leukemia.
of leukemia,
Yeah.
stuff like that. So it's just really good. And
Logan says, I'd rather
know
get cathetered.
yeah, and you know what? When you can sit down and talk to
GG, hey, lady.
one of your best friends for an hour. I haven't talked to him in quite a while. I don't want to say a long time, but quite a
bit.
while, especially face to face, even though
Well,
it's on
because
Skype.
you guys are like ladies, and you and Brian and TJ like are all texting
Corey,
bitches.
yeah, Mike.
Y'all text more than anybody I know. You're a bunch of
We're lucky, is what we are.
You're
We're lucky to have a
lucky that
core
you-
group that's
that
been
you
around
all
for
act
30
like a bunch
years.
of ladies
Fuck
texting
yeah.
about everything.
We went out to the ranch for Brian's.
Okay, that was like 3 years ago.
I know, but we all got together, went out to the middle of fucking nowhere and shot stuff. You know what I mean? Drank shit tons
Ooh.
of beer, and Jay killed
Had
a tiny
Good
little
old
pig.
time.
Jay killed the smallest pig.
And you ate it.
Yeah,
You guys ate it. You
what you
didn't
gotta
even
do.
like bring it home.
what you gotta do. So Go check that out. It's out there right now. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Otherwise, I'm going to I think I really do. I'm going to re-premiere it. I was talking to TJ. I think it's definitely worth re-premiering. So, cool. Let's jump into this shit real quick. Go out, check out modernmountaineer.com.
We never
T-shirts.
talked about kitties. Whiskey kitty.
I know we have to.
Yeah.
I talked to Adrian. We've got this really cool drawing for Whiskey Kitties.
I like her. I can't wait to see her come more to life than just a sketch.
We just got to go through the coloring schemes on it and stuff like that.
Which I'm like
what
having
color cats would you guys want?
I'm like having a really hard time with
Would you put like a black cat? So
I feel like a black cat's going to be hard to see on a lot of shirts.
You put that on a white shirt.
Not all the shirts are going to be white, babe.
Calico.
Is that orange?
Is that orange and blacks and browns?
No, calico's usually calico. Yeah, orange. What's that? What's the orange cat?
Is
that a tabby cat?
Twin thing.
Who's
like
a cat
good
person
and
on the
bad
board?
cat. I don't know. What do you think? So, just think.
I don't know.
GG,
Maybe an
what's
orange kitty.
That could work.
But,
orange with white tips.
Yeah, maybe.
Creamsicle.
And then you could also, like when the Whiskey Kitty comes to life, you can make her kind of dirty.
That's how
like put some dirty patches on her, so her orange in some places, like she's been down in
switchblade and a bottle of whiskey.
Been in some fights.
Bangles.
Got her ear cut up.
The bangles, what Eris said.
Oh, the cats.
Could be good. So we've got some more shit coming out, so check that out. Let's jump into this stuff. We've already been talking for hours.
What I missed? Where's the hell did the cat start getting the shirt made?
Whiskey Kitties. We're still working on
I don't know if Allison you heard. It came up one night. We were talking about some tattoos that I wanted, and we started talking about whiskey, and all of a sudden Whiskey Kitty came to life, and she starts off dainty and feminine like, and then she's just a hot flipping mess after several whiskeys, which happens to me. Which happens to me sometimes. I mean, no switchblade. Jess says, I have what's a diluted calico? Does that mean she's not as colorful or she's faded?
We'll have to Google that. Write that down.
Diluted. Here, I'll just do it right now.
No, write it down so we have it.
That shit. Fuck cats, GG. I love it. I usually am that way too because I'm a dog girl, but I think it's a good representation
for this?
of
Fleshlight came out with a Stranger Things Fleshlight. People are absolutely horrified by the Stranger Things sex toy. This is out on Lad Bible.
Is it real or did somebody make that shit up?
It kind of looks fake, but I guarantee there's a bunch of dudes that would fuck that thing.
But I'm not saying it's not in production necessarily.
Probably fake, but I guarantee there's a bunch of dudes that would fuck that thing, right? Following the return of this year's most highly anticipated shows, Stranger Things, a company has released a frightening sex toy modeled after the Demogorgon.
Oh, they're cute.
Can we pay attention?
They're bigger patches. They're not so many.
Let's talk here. Let's put that down. Let's focus.
Okay, what's up?
Retarded.
I am drinking tonight.
You've had one beer.
With nothing to eat since I worked out.
Stop.
Besides a handful of Pringles.
That's right. You can now put your private parts inside of a Demogorgon flashlight. The company Fleshlight recently took to their business Twitter account page to preview the terrifying
so it's going to be real. I wonder if those things move. It also reminds me of something from like Aliens. Because remember in the last...
The face huggers?
The face huggers. But remember in the last one, the big giant one, it kind of looked like that.
I'm telling you. So, I mean, DJ said he's not effing that thing. Let me take too much. There's no teeth in it. Right? I don't think.
I mean, I don't think there's... Maybe they'll be soft...
So everyone has their own kinks, but we just can't, this is what they say, we can't work out anyone who would want their Johnson to go in the mouth of a monster from another dimension.
Can't imagine anyone who wouldn't.
Who would want it. I guarantee there are motherfuckers out there that are like, what are these three?
Think if you take away the saliva and the mean teeth.
You need a little lubrication.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's going to look like that.
Do you see teeth in there? I don't see any teeth in there.
Are they? Well,
I think it's more of a sucker. You know what I mean? Like it straps around your body.
I don't think it straps around your body. I think it just straps around your penis.
And the two bottom ones are little like ball holders. This massage.
You've thought about this way too much.
I'm thinking about it right now.
I know you are thinking about it again way too much. I hope Spencer sells that. That's hilarious. I haven't been in a Spencer's in years, but that would be perfect for Spencer's.
We could go ask. There's one right over La Cantera.
there's not.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's not.
It's right as you walk in, where we walked in to go get your purse.
There's not a Spencer's.
Other end.
Until I see it, I don't believe
It's
it.
over there.
Is it? It's self-lubricating.
Somebody said, I haven't felt this violated since Power Rangers villain, the sea monster, a creature that made a trench coat out of his own skin, featuring sets of eyes to spy on his enemies with.
Is it?
I'm just telling you, I don't know if this is real or if this is just like propaganda or like.
It's probably make believe.
You think it's make believe? Could be.
I think it's taking something that somebody sent them and said you should make one of these and just having fun with it.
Do you think they've gone a little too far with this Fleshlight?
So ALW says she loves the song Flashlight. Not
I love how we can
Fleshlight.
trigger you to think about other things.
You know, we're building brains.
Yeah, we're developing people,
Yes.
right? So I don't know how I feel about this thing.
I'm not going to buy it for you, babe. You don't have to feel anything about it.
I don't want one. I'm just saying.
Would you ever use a fleshlight?
I mean, if you were gone on like a 14-month trip, probably. At that point, you're just putting your
hand is
dick in everything
for.
that's not a human at that point.
That is
Because that's against that's
lovely.
against marriage.
That is lovely vision right there. What happened to this? You were gone for 14 months. What happened to this? You were
Like,
gone
why
for
is the
14
couch
months.
all crusty? Wait a minute.
Ew, Lamontagne, I raised you better than that. Yes, I did. Come home to a brand new couch. I'm like, what the hell? You're like, well, I ruined the other
Well,
one.
it fucked the shit out of
Too
it,
many
so-
holes. I made too many holes. You were gone for 14 months. I blame you.
I don't know where you'd go for 14 months, but it could happen.
I mean,
if you were in jail,
I'm pretty
like
sure
I'm
it's
sticking by your side,
I'm pretty
honey.
sure it's not going to be jail.
I'm gonna stay by your
The
side.
only way I'd go to jail is if I did something to you.
Oh.
Yes. So you wouldn't be fucking couches if that was the case. Just
I'd be
saying.
dead.
Yeah.
Okay,
Perfect for deployments. That's what Chris said.
right? Are you allowed to bring those on deployments? I don't know. I was in the military, so are you allowed to bring those on deployments?
I would think they.
I've
get in
known
the-
like,
I mean, you can't. No, you don't necessarily have to bring them on deployments. You could probably buy them
can you get
in the
one?
market, in the local market.
That's a goat. We have a goat story later, or a sheep story later. But I know people would bring
Courtesy of
like
Gigi.
just like hard drive, like the external hard drives full of porn. So and they would just fill that bitch up.
Wait, you don't have the internet? I don't know anything about.
No, if you don't have the
deployment.
internet,
Okay.
yeah, if you don't have the internet or you know whatever, you can just like upload more shit to your laptop.
Gigi, I need to
or
buy a
access it.
flashlight. Gigi, a flashlight or a fleshlight for your son? And Chris
Speaking
said,
of
care
that, I need to buy a
package.
flashlight.
Yeah, and Chris said, get them sent care package. You can send yourself a care package.
It gets there like 3 months later.
No, it gets there like 3 days after you, and you're like, I'm the happiest girl in the world.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a dude and you're saying you're the happiest girl in the world, I guess that's another
I'm not
thing.
thinking about guys. Thinking about my JJ, not yours.
Girls don't use flashlights. It's okay.
At least we know you look good in orange. Ah, thank you, ALW. So I could pull off
Yeah, looks great on you.
orange is the new black. Or is
See,
that
look
what it
on
was
the
called?
look on the TV over there. We've got TV behind camera, so you can
Very
see
bright.
yourself. It's much brighter on that than it is here. So
Okay,
No.
well, it begs the question. Women can use vibrators, but guys can't use a fleshlight without debate.
yes,
No, no, I'm not saying that. I just don't want you
we
screwing
don't
my couch.
need. I mean, theoretically, we really don't need all of that. extra
Nobody
stuff.
does.
I mean,
It's called phalanges.
Phalanges. What are you, a fucking squid?
Aren't
that
these
what-
called phalanges?
I have no idea. I don't know
Where's
biology.
your fingers are called phalanges.
Are they?
Hey Siri, are fingers called phalanges?
Is it gonna answer you?
It brought me up lobster fingers, so not.
See, I think
I
I think it's a lobster hand.
think so.
I don't
Okay,
know.
well,
I don't know.
I'll,
Golden rule for getting through the Middle East customs: pile a shit ton of tampons on top of everything in your A bag, and then TCN agents won't even touch
they're
it.
like, yeah, it's not worth it.
So I mean, but that makes sense, right?
So I looked
Phalanges
up
are part of an
diluted-
airplane wing, is what Robbie said. Next story: people can't take the world's first realistic doll seriously because of an accent. I can't play the accent because it can't. And then this is why did that come up so big? Listen, little girl. That's the wrong way to put it. Listen, hooker doll. Tell me how real this doll looks.
She looks like Britney Spears.
This doll looks way too real.
She looks
Aside
like
from the tits
Britney
being
Spears.
gigantic or whatever. But people are struggling to take the world. I'll post this video later. I'll post this link out. I need to actually really post this link out because the voice on it has a Scottish accent.
Oh.
And it's hilarious. So she says, and I will say, where is it? God damn it. Where did it go? Why'd they? Oh, no, where is it? Sorry, it's taking me a second to find what she
Phalanges, the 14 bones that are found in the fingers of each hand.
14
Phalange.
bones are found in the fingers of each hand. Oh, okay. Well, you learn something every day. People are struggling to take, I just said that. So this is from 2017, but she appears to have a Glaswegian accent, leaving viewers in stitches. She literally says, "Glad you came back so fast, baby." But it's all in
Glad
like,
you came back so fast, baby. I can't do
however
it. I
Scottish.
can sometimes do
I'm glad
English,
you came back
but
that
not
fast
Scottish.
in a strong accent.
Scottish.
And I think she used the word "came" like 4 times. I'm glad you came
came.
back that fast. I'm glad you came that fast. Glad.
Okay.
So
Hey, so I found one time there was an article I was reading where a guy found basically her twin sister
yeah,
in a trunk. Like at first he thought it was a body, like a dismembered body, but it was a dismembered doll.
I think Failure to Launch podcast, or not Failure, Failure to Stop podcast just posted like maybe this past weekend or something like that. Like we've all found a sex doll.
I've never found a sex doll.
No.
And now
Like
I
as
have
a cop.
Oh yeah,
Because
probably.
they get like they're thrown out somewhere and it's like a blow up doll or something like that.
This one wasn't a blow up doll. He plugged her into his charger and her brain came alive. And so then she was just a head and he put her back together. She is now teaching or teacher's assistant at a elementary school, which is hilarious because his wife made her get rid of it because she was getting jealous of all the time they were spending together.
Right?
I'm like,
you can
wow.
see that, but this is just the shit is getting too real. I think Gigi said like virtual and real worlds are colliding, right?
She looks like Jessica said, real girl with a filter on. Yes.
That makes exact sense. Like,
and the tits she needs a bra. She needs those bad boys pushed together.
But if you
ALW, I agree.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. It just looks like a girl with an Instagram filter or a Snapchat filter on her, right? I mean, pretty much. The weirdo dude that's like the engineer guy is in the video. And so if this is 5 years old, I'd never seen this before. So if it said it was from 17, the engineer guy, he's way too into this shit.
Oh yeah.
But if he's selling these things for
he's banging her
thousands and thousands of
he's
dollars.
making bank, but he's making bank and he's banging her.
I think he's married to one.
I don't think he's married to one.
Is he that dude?
I think he probably has one in the corner of his living room
what
or in
these
the corner
cost.
of his bedroom.
Okay, let's see.
Does it say what she's called?
She's called Sex Doll. I don't know. How much? Okay, let's look real quick. I'm kind of curious. How much does a sex doll cost? How much does a sex doll
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess
I feel like we've looked this up in the
$3,500.
past. Realistic sex dolls.
Well, I haven't, but maybe you have.
No, like on the show.
I think so.
No, maybe not. What did it spend? Okay, so you can get one for $500. That's like domestic Deborah.
Okay,
But
yeah.
She was like $20.
She was $20.
Up to
I think probably the one like
10,000.
just domestic Deborah that's $500 has holes
Up
and a
to-
vibrator somewhere. in
Yeah,
there.
probably up to 10,000. But I have a feeling this one's much more expensive than that because that's way too.
And I
fucking
wonder
realistic.
if she looks like one of his ex-girlfriends.
His ex-wife.
Somebody.
He just throws her down the stairs.
I don't
It's
know.
like, bitch, get out.
Please don't throw me in her little Scottish accent. Please don't
Please
throw
don't
me.
throw me. You have to-
Please don't
you have
throw
to
me.
program that in. Like, say this, bitch. Please don't throw me down the stairs.
Please
Ow,
don't do that.
Ow, ow,
Ow,
ow, ow.
Go. I wonder if she goes harder, harder, harder.
Emotional.
I mean,
That's messed
what would be interesting is to see how many are sold
Probably a lot.
annually. Like,
You think like, okay, so dudes in like Japan, like the women to men ratio,
so weird.
Is,
They're
like,
weirdos
really
anyways
off.
With their kinks.
Right.
Not
And
kink
then-
shaming. They're just some of their kinks are
and then
weird.
some places where like dudes here even just don't want to come out of their mom's basement, or they're just so introverted.
Yes.
This is way easier
Then going to get a real girl.
than trying to have a conversation with a fucking human being, let alone trying to have a relationship.
Yeah, but I think nowadays you can start a conversation very easily over
Online?
the internet.
Yeah, but
and start to get
Is that really
comfortable.
a real person?
I mean,
That's why you see people getting catfished. and
I know,
shit.
but then you don't wait a year or fall in love. You meet them like a month, 6 weeks later. When
And then it ends up being some crazy bitch or dude
You're crazy,
or
bitch.
dude.
Oh yeah, remember that one that it was the dad?
The podcast. I remember we
The
listened to
dad.
Mr. Ball and
No, but we also you listened to it, but it was it was where the guy was having
that was the Mr. Ball
with
podcast.
his dad because his dad was trying to rebuild his relationship with his son,
it
and they
was
were both
all
really
fucked up.
glad they did it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what is wrong with you guys?
Fucked
Someday
up.
right there.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Chris wants to know, can we rent her? Ew. I mean, unless she's got interchangeable
Probably.
parts, would you
I
want
think
to?
Drinking Bros podcast bought one maybe like 5 or 6 years ago.
Like an AI one?
No, just
'Cause
like
that's
a
that
doll.
one's an
this
AI
one's
one.
fully animatronic.
Yeah, that
face
one's an
and
AI
everything.
one.
But I think it had interchangeable vagina on it.
Well, it's
Like you
kind of
get
like
different ones, like you take it out and wash it,
Archer,
like
the
you throw
cyber
it-
chick.
Yeah, you throw it in the dishwasher. I remember it was in the
sink.
Yeah.
And
Archer's
Chris
good.
said call her Karen.
It's why men always pay for sex.
So
Okay.
Allison said thoughts on falling in love with inanimate objects. We actually talked about people that fall in love. There was that
that
chick with
fell
the
in
airplane
last
who
week.
has
She was
also
having
fallen in love
sex him.
with a tractor or train.
Train.
She
She was originally in love with a train. So I don't know. I don't know the rules with all this, but I'm willing to do some research on it. I'm not gonna bang a fucking doll.
And then why bother doing the research?
Well, I want to know about other people. Maybe we'll have
Oh.
them on the health and fitness.
Find somebody that owns one
Yeah.
and be like,
We'll just prop it up.
can
right
I
next-
interview
Yeah,
you?
we have 2 seats over here sometimes.
Yeah, you probably have to do that one virtually.
Prop it up.
I'm not going to have that person walk
Drag
that
that
doll in this house with all our
125
neighbors going,
pound doll in the house.
what are the Montanes doing?
You have to
Do
plug
we
it
need
in
to worry
the
about
wall.
them?
When I blew up the other domestic Deborah out in the garage, we had some neighbors walk by and they're like, "Hey, how's your wife? What's your wife think about
Your
that?
girlfriend?"
Your girlfriend?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, she's good with it though." Summer worker shortage, honey. Why is that a thing?
So I'll preface this with saying we had this experience on Sunday. We went
And we
to
were very patient.
we were
IHOPs.
very patient. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better table with how crazy it was. Went to IHOP,
Mhm.
and we know they're always kind of
IHOP's international
always
House
kinda
of
crazy.
pancakes, right?
they're always
It
kind of
is.
crazy. They're
Especially
always
on Church
busy.
Day. And
It was Sunday. It was
noonish.
noonish. Yeah. And so we knew it was going to be kind of crazy. But we sat at that table for a good half hour before somebody came and said, your waitress is slammed. We are short
Oh, we
staffed.
watched her. She
What
was running.
can I,
She was
they all,
literally
yeah.
running.
What can I get you to drink until she can come and take your
Have
order?
you guys seen this a lot? Like, there's
And so we did give her our drink orders, which then took another 10 minutes.
fine.
And another 20 minutes, the same chick came back and said, apparently she's
Too busy.
Too busy,
Yeah,
which
which
she
she
was. And she apologized profusely. I was like, dude, you don't have
It
to.
is what it
yeah.
is. I just want some bacon and eggs.
Yeah, but then like to the
That I don't
point
have to cook.
where I had to like eventually we'd been done eating for like another 20 minutes and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get our check.
Yeah, and that was fine.
Yeah.
She was
But
tired.
it was
They were
oh,
all worked. But the people that were working there were busting their asses.
they weren't being slackers.
There was nobody
No.
standing around. There wasn't time to stand around. And how much? I don't know how much.
And
an
I
IHOP
feel like
employee
that's
makes,
very, very common.
right.
Like there's wait lists now. Like
Mhm.
we'll go to a restaurant and there's a 45-minute wait and then we get seated and there's tables all over the place, but there aren't enough workers to work the tables.
Can't wait
So,
fucking little sex robots are running around those places,
right.
dude.
I don't
Why
know.
not?
I mean, do they need to? Can't they just be the ones that can dance?
No, it
robots?
might as well be a sex
Oh,
robot.
Okay. Keep you coming back
Giant
for more.
titties.
There you go.
Come on.
Well,
Like the old school. Like I'm thinking, what's the porn star that was on the Blink 182 cover, right?
you're thinking like Marilyn Monroe type full figure.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking because she
beauty.
had, I don't remember her name. I can't. She was married to Jesse James. I don't remember her name. Anyway, she was a porn star. But there's
remember that too,
on the
but I don't
cover of
remember.
the Blink 182 album.
Is she the nurse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was she a nurse or was she?
She was a nurse, I think.
Okay, maybe she was a nurse.
She was a nurse on the
I might
cover.
be getting confused.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Well, so I guess apparently
Like
this summer
That's
we're
me being
getting,
sexist,
so we
sorry,
kind of
guys.
saw that last summer, but things are even more open up now and fuller and busier as the population comes back into
male sex robots
environment.
rolling
So
around,
pools and restaurants
dicks out.
brace for another summer of work shortage, which really is kind of,
nobody's gonna be working for fucking $6 an hour.
well, no,
when gas is
I mean,
$6 a fucking gallon.
well, but here's the thing. A lot of them, they're not huge sign-on bonuses, but they're offering like $1,200 sign-on bonus to come and be a lifeguard. I mean, how hard is it to be a lifeguard?
I have no idea. I've never been a lifeguard.
I've been a lifeguard. It's
Isn't there
not.
a lot of risk?
I mean,
little kid dies on your watch.
You have to watch the pool, but that's, I mean, you have to be
CPR trained.
CPR trained. You have to be like, I don't
Pay
want to say the
attention.
word, but
You can't be on your
alert.
phone,
You have to be
fucking, like,
alert.
Instagram.
I don't know. You're not the pool cleaner. You might help with like some of the towels and stuff.
Mhm.
There may be some little bit of manual labor in there, but it's not a hard job. But it's really hard, especially like
I think so, Robbie. Yeah, she's definitely a train wreck. But 20 years ago when that album came out, she was smoking hot.
so like one of the ones that are noticed being hit are pools. There's extreme lifeguard shortage, which I think is funny because everybody used to die to be like, it was a good job. Like you wanted to be a lifeguard.
Yeah. Check out Stranger Things. You had that weird kid season 1 or whatever it was.
So 1/3 of the
Curly
pools in
hairs,
America
driving
are not opening this summer because they cannot get a lifeguard. They can't get
1/3
enough.
of them?
1/3, so 300,000 pools. But it really affects areas like Phoenix where pools are virtual to beat the heat. And they usually open up like
Dude,
May.
latest.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
April, May
March,
time frame.
April, yeah.
And so like some are even dangling, and this one's really good, like a $2,500 incentive in Phoenix to come and sign up to be a lifeguard, and they still can't get enough people to come and lifeguard.
How old do you have to be to lifeguard, do you think? Like,
16.
is it 16?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to drive your ass to the. What about like those
But that's just one of the summer related. Like there are other areas that are like
that are focused
mirroring this.
Well, I'm thinking like New Hampshire, where I grew up, Hampton Beach, right? It's all summer. It's basically Memorial Day through Labor Day. That's the time that people make money, like
Right,
the business
right.
owners make money. And then a couple weeks before and a couple weeks after, right?
The
And if you
earliers and the
can't
laters.
fucking
yeah.
get people. I remember I used to make I made the dough for a fried dough place up there. I made like,
He paid you guys well.
yeah, but I made the dough for the fucking
Yeah, and you
place,
worked overnight.
right?
So.
And it was, I'd make $10 a tray to make like 100 or 200 trays
A night?
like all at once, but I'd do it all at once for like 4 days.
Okay.
Right? It would be enough for like 4 days worth of supply, right? Because it's little tiny pieces of dough
Right.
on tray on top of tray on top of tray. It was something like that, or maybe
Okay.
it was per batch or something.
Well,
But people aren't gonna do and it was hot and
itchy
it
spot on my leg. It won't
sucked
stop.
and
Yes.
it was hard,
Well, and people are a little softer today. I feel like.
but it was awesome. I just listened to music and got fucking bonus check every.
Right.
Fucking
So
year.
April, so this restaurant booking service said that April was its busiest month
Yeah,
in
Gigi,
8
me
years
too.
of
Yeah,
existence.
She said the Department of Labor breaks out data for teenagers. She's curious now. I'm curious to see what
yeah.
kind of things. they're doing
And I do like I told you,
now. 'Cause not everybody can work inside. You need
No.
shopping cart pushers.
Well,
I did that when I was a kid.
so I went and picked up. We do curbside
I've done
for our
every
groceries.
goddamn manual labor thing there is.
We do curbside for our groceries because I refuse to go in a grocery store, and you're like, I'll go, but it'll be later. So we just do curbside, right?
Mhm.
And it took
45 minutes, I think.
it
You said you got there at 6:15.
overall, I got there at 6:10, and I didn't leave till 6:50.
Okay,
Which
yeah.
usually it's like maybe 20 minutes, I think, as longest I've ever waited. And the guy apologized profusely. Sweet, nice
but he's
little
one
kid.
of the 10 people.
He said, "I'm
working
so
that shit."
sorry for the wait. We're
not his
really
fault.
we're really
Yeah.
short staffed." And I was like, "Dude, it's all right. I got a book. I'm reading. We're
Yeah.
good." And so he was like, "Yeah, we're short staffed and we can't get people to
It was-
like."
The Chipotle experience.
And I said, "Hey, dude, I commend you for not being one of those people and for coming in and working today." And he was like, "Oh, thank you. Nobody's ever said that to me
So
before."
that's
I'm
the
like,
thing. It's like
"Seriously,
the
thank
kids that-
you."
And especially the kids that show up, it's not them. Like they're there doing their fucking job, right? So I mean, if you're there just collecting a check and I can visually see you just standing around. I'm the dick that'll be like, I mean, maybe you're on break, but if there's a line out the fucking
Yeah.
door, okay, go back.
Don't be
behind.
standing there like, don't make people think you're just lazy and ignoring them.
Go away.
outside
Go
of public eye.
outside or
Yeah.
whatever, right? That's
Well-
just note to self. But I had an experience at Chipotle that we've been going to for 2.5
So
years.
we're not going back.
Never going back to this Chipotle
I never read
again.
to see if anybody ever
give a fuck.
responded to my
But it was
Yelp
one of the situations
because
like
it was harsh.
there's plenty of
harsh.
Mexican food places around
Well,
here.
especially right around here, like to go in.
And I'm not
have that-
bitching. It was nothing to do with the kids.
Well,
Or the people working.
right.
Like they were working
short-staffed.
their asses off.
but the
they just kept getting
leadership wasn't even supporting them, and there's no
there was no way they could catch up.
logistics or
Nope.
there's no like I don't-
Leadership.
but there's
around.
no set like do this, do this, do
Yeah.
this, do this. They're all over the place. Like they're working on one thing, and an online order comes in, and they put down the order they're working on to go work the online order. Well, I will tell you though. Here's the frustrating part: for every one person unemployed, there's
Links, yeah.
2 jobs
wasn't-
available.
Bob was many things, but he did pay as well.
Well, and you worked for him for a while.
I worked for him several years, yeah.
So yeah, but so for every one person unemployed, there's 2 jobs available for them. And so it's like, come on.
And a lot of jobs will pay for like continuing education
Now, yeah.
and shit. You know, you can go to Chipotle and get into their manager candidate school and do those sorts of things. And, you know, it teaches you at least some leadership. But although that was my problem with them, it was like, I know who the manager that like at least the night shift manager. And she
Of
was
the
just
Chipotle or
of that Chipotle.
Oh, yeah.
And she would just walk out and walk back in the
yeah.
and just hiding. And then
Well, I guess
Yeah.
another problem they're saying is that the
they
Biden
didn't have any damn
administration.
chips.
I know, unless you order fucking online.
Ordered online, you get the chips.
Chips.
So I asked him about it, and I was like, "Why are there 2 bags of chips in that and then out here? Oh, those are for online orders."
only
I
get
was like,
online.
well, that's fucking retarded. I
bullshit.
don't think I said retarded. That's stupid.
So Biden administration, and some of this blame is coming on the Biden administration because they've not moved quickly enough to bring in more seasonal foreign workers through the H-2B visa program.
Okay.
So,
yes, that's what we need.
well, if they're on a visa,
Oh,
absolutely.
well, no, that's fine. But why can't we just get people here?
I
Kick
think
them
we've
off of-
always done this,
like,
but
get them off of the
they're
welfare
not.
state and
I-
get them into employment. Just a thought.
hear you.
If there's 2 jobs for
there's-
every one
But if there's
person,
a way to help remedy that the lazy people aren't going to go back to work,
I don't want to pay their fucking bills anymore.
okay,
Right?
right?
Do you?
I mean, I try not to think about it
But you're paying
because I get fired up.
our fucking property tax went up like for our house evaluation went up
And you forgot
50
to, you
grand.
forgot to like
I didn't forget,
fight it, did you?
right? And you go, what the fuck? Right? So like our house is fucking house it was
Yeah.
fucking yet 2 months ago.
I mean, there's been some. Well, I guess
Woe is me.
there's been.
Just tired of support. I'm just kidding. I don't mind supporting people.
Anyways, so
Absolutely don't matter.
just be patient with the people who are working because at least they're working, and go into the
You're
bar.
right, Jess.
Go to the bar and sit there and have a drink and wait for your table,
And be nice.
or take a book and read.
Be nice to people. What do you, Brian? Don't text me during the show. Jesus Christ, haven't I taught you anything?
But here's the thing. So just what she said is people don't want to work anymore. They get more money on unemployment, but doesn't unemployment eventually run out?
Theoretically, unless you're in a state that says, "Oh, COVID, pandemic, it just can go for fucking ever," and that's just dumb.
So entitled, yes, Harry. She said everyone's so entitled.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. News anchor drops the C word live on air.
Oh,
Literally,
like the C word?
and she doesn't realize it.
How do you not realize
tell
you
you.
said cunt?
So Sky News presenter blatantly drops the huge C-bomb, the cunt word, when talking about Jeremy Hunt.
Is that the actor?
Nope.
Who's that?
It's kind of, I'll tell you. Jeremy Hunt as Jeremy Cunt live on air. Most remarkably, after making the blunder, journalist Sophie Ridge continued to present the news without correcting or even noticing her
I
mistake.
think she did it on purpose.
I don't know, and that's what people are speculating. So it's all over like Twitter and stuff like
Who
that.
is he? First of all, tell me who he is.
I don't know.
I'm
And
gonna
that's
look
the only thing in this article that I couldn't figure out. So somebody said, "Oh God, Sky News just said Jeremy Cunt," and the presenter didn't even notice. But it's in like England.
Oh
right?
yeah, he's a member of Parliament of the United Kingdom. She did that on purpose.
So it's in England, right? And they use
the C word all the time.
all the time. I mean, they say that
She
about
did that on purpose. I wonder if she dated him. She like doesn't like him now, so she's like, and Jeremy cunt.
Maybe
she really just doesn't like him, like in his politics.
Maybe they had ties.
That's kind of funny. Good for her. I'm just kidding, but kind of really.
Right. She read out a quote. Wilson presided over a culture of casual law breaking at 10 Downing Street when going on to say, to describe yourself as vindicated by the report is grotesque. Two figures who are significant, Jeremy Cunt, because he is a potential leadership candidate. Joseph
She totally did that on purpose. 100%.
Oh, it's another funny one. I'll make sure.
Oh, so Alex, you're right. Nobody wants to work minimum wage, but nobody's also taking that in and out above pay with benefits. They're not taking that either. So,
well, you can go to Chick-fil-A. You can make fucking.
Yeah, but nobody's taking that either.
Our Chick-fil-A down the road is hiring teenagers in high school for $15 an hour, plus paying their college.
Why not?
$15 an hour. I started at our current company making $32,500 a year. That is $16.25 an hour with a college degrey. Granted, that's 20 almost 20 years ago,
right? 23
but
years ago.
nonetheless,
but it wasn't a lot. I took a pay cut to go to USAA.
Right. So go fuck yourself that you weren't willing. If you're still living at your fucking parents' house, eat shit. Like,
so here's the thing that you and I always talk about.
That's just my perspective.
I can imagine not working. I would go get a job. I may not like it.
Maybe I'm just too proud. Are you too proud to pay?
I would go get a job at McDonald's and continue looking for jobs when I wasn't at McDonald's. Quit texting with Brian.
No, this isn't Brian.
Oh.
This is DJ who just texted me. And I called him a shithead.
Why?
Gigi said her first job was $6.25 an hour. Mine was less. Mine was less, a little bit less than that. Actually, I was pushing shopping carts.
Logan said McDonald's in his area is hiring for $18 to $20 an hour.
Think about that.
Plus, they probably also have benefits, and now I think they also McDonald's pays for your school too.
Again, it's because right.
I mean, so you're demanding these higher wages. Now go fucking get the job that you demanded higher wages for.
And then the thing is, I'm going to automate
and realize that people are going to be assholes.
I'm
in this
going to automate you out of a job. I don't want to pay that. If I'm the business owner, fuck you. I'm going to go automate you out of a job.
I don't think that's because McDonald's has those screens where you can order, and they're not hard, but nobody ever uses them. Like, I wanted to use them one time. You're like, fuck that, let's just order. I'm like, this is right here.
At least we're giving that one girl who's at the fucking place something to do.
There. And if people used it more, maybe they would have nobody in the front, and she could be in the back helping the orders be faster.
Just depends, right? I don't know. I don't know. Disney ruins an engagement. I didn't post the goddamn Disney picture. Shit. All right, I'm gonna save that one. This is a funny one. We're gonna save this one for Friday. Star saved. Mona Lisa.
Oh, the Mona Lisa.
So this came out like a week ago. I think many people have probably seen it. But tell us the story of the Mona Lisa getting attacked.
I saw the Mona Lisa from a very far away. The one time I was in Paris.
Lucky you.
I want to go back, but no, it was part of school. I went with a abroad program. I will say my parents did pay for it.
One time.
I say my parents did pay for it, but it wasn't crazy expensive because it was through the school and it was only a 2-week program. But so I did get to go to the Louvre. I would love to go back as an adult, probably appreciating it a little bit more because I'm pretty sure.
I've heard don't even bother looking at the Mona Lisa.
Why?
Because it's a billion people and there's way too many other.
I'm going to show a picture in a minute, and it's definitely you can't you probably have to wait there for an hour.
Yeah.
To get up front. And I feel like while it's there's so many other things to see in the Louvre, but it was vandalized.
Well, there's a big ass case around it.
It is. But you don't know that when you look at it.
So why was it vandalized?
So this man in a wheelchair.
He was not in a wheelchair.
He was in a wheelchair.
No, that was his front.
Because they give wheelchair people upfront access. So yes, he totally didn't need a wheelchair. But the man who appeared to wear a wig in videos of the incident started on social media he approaches the painting in a wheelchair and then throws a piece of cake at let them eat cake which is very apropos.
Mhm.
Huh? I'm fucking brilliant.
You read a lot of books, huh?
I do read a lot of books, but you can see there's a picture here. Let me
Right.
I think
Plug
there's
her
a
in.
video. Let me see if I can get it keyed up here. But anyway, so it turns out the guy doesn't need a wheelchair. It was a wig.
Yeah.
And he did this. Hold on. I gotta find his words exactly. Hold on. So he was arrested and taken to a psychiatric infirmary in the police headquarters, just to give him,
Good for him. A little 72-hour.
Right. So he does go on screaming. Where is it? So,
Something about
right.
like the
you're
environment.
right.
Shit, right?
It is covered. It's bulletproof glass that's framed in. So there is glass
And
over
chances
it.
are that's not even the real Mona Lisa.
And oh God, now you're part of that whole.
No, but seriously, it's probably not even the real.
It's not the first time it's been vandalized.
Well, it was
apparently
stolen. Like that's
Yes.
one of the reasons it's like very famous.
But so he comes and he's yelling that there are people killing the environment. Where is it? Oh, think of the planet Earth. There are people destroying it. And that's what he just kept chanting over and over. As
And then he
was
threw
being
a pie
accosted.
at it.
Well, he didn't. He threw the cake at it
Or
before
cake.
he started doing that. He started yelling that when they were accosting him
Dragging
and
his
taking him
ass
away.
off.
And he was like, think of the Earth. People are destroying it. Well,
Cheers, Alex.
two wrongs don't make a right, right? So here's one picture. I'll show this picture. I don't know that we necessarily need to watch the video, but this is the picture of the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. Oh, with cake smudged on it.
Yeah, and of course everybody's pulling out their phone. I'm like, oh my gosh,
Because
social
nobody
media,
can actually watch
social
it through
media,
their eyes
social media opportunity.
anymore.
And I think what it is the video, if I remember correctly, just shows one of the security guys
Probably
come
gonna be
in
like
and
commercial.
clean
it's
it.
gonna be a
Yeah,
commercial.
but I was like, you haven't heard something about the Mona Lisa in a while.
Don't really give a shit about the Mona Lisa.
I mean, I do.
Really?
It's history and it's art and it's priceless.
Yeah. I'd be more curious if somebody bought it.
It's never going to be for sale.
I know. That's the problem.
Never going
Like,
to be
what
for
would
sale.
that bitch go for on
A lot.
on the market? Couple Billy.
Bezos. I'm trying to think who could probably afford it. Bezos.
Elon
Elon.
Musk just puts it in like his Tesla headquarters.
Elon.
It's like in his office.
I mean, because you have to figure it. I mean, I don't know. We should look up the value of it sometime.
I think they were talking about this on Drinking Bros a little bit ago, and I think they said
Well, I had
is
this
like
for a week ago, and we kept
20
pushing it
years
out
ago,
and pushing
it was
it out.
worth
and
almost
pushing
$1
it.
billion.
Yeah.
So because it's near. I mean, it's pretty much priceless.
I do have one, though, that I didn't put on the list that I think is kind of funny.
Okay.
So Mariah Carey is being sued by a writer that says he wrote All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah,
Have you heard about this?
I saw something about it, but I haven't.
So this
read
song came
anything.
out in 1994.
She's made hundreds
Yes.
of millions of dollars off it.
And he is
Not hundreds,
saying
tens
his
of
name
millions.
is his real name is Andy Stone, but he goes by Vince Vaughn, and he
What?
is
His name's
I'm sorry, Vince Vance.
oh, I'm like Vince Vaughn.
And the name
Like,
of his
all
band,
the names to pick.
I don't know if it's still around, but Vince Vance and the Valiant's version of All I Want for Christmas apparently received extensive airplay in 1993 Christmas season and
Okay.
began making appearances on the Billboard charts that same year. Hers came
Just
out in
singing All I Want for
1990.
Christmas Is You.
Yeah. Here's the thing. So first of all,
I'm like, isn't that a song from like before her?
it's from 1994.
The song. When was the song written?
I have no idea.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
But I don't know that her song goes exactly with the original song.
Okay.
But
so whatever the
it's
beat is.
it's a completely
This
uphill
is the
battle.
Vanilla Ice. Din 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 din. No, mine was din 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 din.
Well,
right?
here's the
Versus
thing.
David Bowie.
Same title, and that's the only thing it has in common. Different words,
Okay.
couple different tunes or notes here and there. But he is suing for $20 million. But why now?
Because he just wants to be rich.
Why now?
Is $20 million
1994.
now?
Wasn't that like 27 years
Who gives a
ago?
fuck? Now that society is so litigious now, it's like it doesn't matter,
Well,
right?
somebody said you've been wronged. Let me
A
represent
lawyer
you.
reached out to that person.
And here's the thing too. If you go and they looked at it, there are so many songs called All
What
I
that
Want for
song's
Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A ton of
Like,
songs
how many
called
covers
All
are
I
on
Want for
YouTube
Christmas.
or
So
wherever?
they're pretty sure that it's a frivolous lawsuit and will probably not go anywhere. But he is suing Mariah, Sony, So they did start the proceedings in December of 2021, but they could not come to an agreement. Yeah, because it's not his motherfucking song, bitch. But so they're trying to sue like everybody involved in it, including I guess the guy that supposedly wrote this version of it for her, plus Sony, plus Mariah.
It is.
I mean,
it's just like
A for effort, buddy. Good try
she's
to
got
the lawyers.
way better lawyers than
way better lawyers, and I'm pretty sure 20 million to drop in the bucket for her.
He's not going to win.
He's not.
She might get a million. Well, see, if she does anything,
then she's admitting guilt.
Yeah,
so she's not gonna. She's not even gonna look at it.
Yeah.
Her lawyers are gonna be like, "What up, bitches?"
She's not surfing social medias.
Worried about this shit.
About that.
Yeah.
I love how the fact that the conversation's still going about on the boards about. And if you aren't signed up, go out, subscribe. If you're listening to the audio show, go out and subscribe to the YouTube channel because the chats are really always good. But I love how the fact that on the boards, the chat, we're still talking about like what you made at a certain age and stuff like that. DJ has noted that he made $3 an hour at under the table at 13.
Doing?
He turned 14.
Do you say?
He was legal, right? So I worked at my aunt's motel, and I cleaned like chambermaid basically, right? And I didn't make much, but they always split tips and stuff like that with me.
Right.
So it was like spending money. I rode my bike from my house down to the beach.
Right.
Work all day.
Right.
All day, like 4 hours a day.
I think I had my first job at
and then
16.
I think I made like $3 an hour, maybe $3.50 an hour, and then got tips.
I was a hostess, and I think I made $8 an hour.
And I sucked at it because I always forgot to put soap in people's like in their rooms. And my aunts would give me shit.
I could see them doing that. Yeah.
And they were always like, "God damn it, Greg! Like just put soap, like clean everything, and just
like the bar of soap.
Like
you couldn't remember to put. You put shampoo and conditioner, but you didn't put the soap.
Yeah, I just forget.
Were you a dirty kid? Is that why you didn't think about soap?
No, because I was cleaning. Rooms, man.
I know, but when you're in the bathroom, you think about the things that you use. You were a dirty kid, weren't you? You didn't
really
even use
clean
soap.
Rooms, but you got to do what you got to do. That and contending with the scary fucking basement that I had to go get towels out of, the haunted fucking basement.
I do not do basements.
Motel, fuck all that. I'd run down those stairs, grab shit, and run out the door. Right. So nonetheless, I feel you, man. But it was right around 13 because I moved to New Hampshire when I just turned 13.
So I got my first job when I was 16. My brother dated the manager of the You Are Cooks.
What the fuck is that?
It was a place where you pick your steak and you could cook it yourself.
Oh, nice.
I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but it was delicious. He dated the manager for a brief moment. So I walked right into that job. $8 an hour. I only got to work summers.
This is when 1984? 86.
86.
You made how much?
$8 an hour.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I got the
I like your brother payout. Then the next job I got was at the next summer at Limited. And I don't even remember what I got paid because I'm pretty sure I didn't get a paycheck because I spent it all on clothes.
Did that with Pier 1 too.
No,
only
Pier
you
1,
were fucking
Pottery Barn.
Or Pottery Barn.
And I didn't do that. I worked.
Still have shit from Pottery Barn.
I worked for 4 hours a week for Pottery Barn and got 50% off. Of course, I spent all my paycheck there. It was 4 hours a week. And then I don't think I worked again until like my junior year in college at a bar for beer money. I wasn't allowed to work.
You're such a kept woman.
I wasn't allowed to work. My dad was like, "You're there for one thing only." I was the first person in my family to college. Come on.
Challenge accepted.
What? I didn't challenge you to anything.
Challenge accepted.
Man drinks at 56 pubs.
This guy. Not all heroes wear capes, honey. You know that? Not all heroes wear capes.
Pub density issue in the U.S.
What's that?
Serious pub density issue in the U.S. According to who is that a problem?
No, like this guy, Welsh man.
Oh, we didn't talk about Apple. Are we saving that?
We're gonna save it.
Okay.
Drinks at 56 pubs in 24 hours to set a Guinness World Record.
He felt like asked for 40 days
to
after
have
that.
one drink at each pub
Of any kind. So he could do
So I'm gonna go.
a beer?
We're gonna go through it. Yep.
like a small beer.
This dedicated drinker in Wales broke the
ALW, I
Guinness
missed that store
World
too,
Record
dude.
by visiting 56 pubs in 24 hours and having at least one beverage at each. So That's where it gets into
And
the
they've only been
type.
closed for like 6 years.
Where was it?
The limited. No, the limit. She said, I missed that
Oh.
store. And I was like, me too. But it's only been closed for like 6 years.
So Guinness announced Gareth Murphy, 29, who you see this fine superhero right here, of Carnarvon drank at 56 pubs. 20, I just said that fucking 9 times. Breaking the record of 51 set by Matt Ellis in 2021. The record-keeping organizations required Murphy to have at least one drink in each pub, but the beverages were not required to be alcoholic, which is dumb.
They weren't required to be alcoholic?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess. Okay, you're just trying to hit the number of pubs, maybe not the number of beverages.
okay. That I missed that part when I was reading.
Oh, you feeling a little like shot, like
his cape is
now?
torn now.
Got a hole in it.
I mean, otherwise it's like I can go to fucking 50 Chili's, right? Like, I'll take a Diet Coke. Murphy said that he did have some beer during his attempt, but his drinks included orange juice, apple juice, Coca-Cola, lemonade, Diet Pepsi, and cranberry juice. What a bitch. He bitched out.
Oh, well, hey. It was more about the
Taking
pubs.
his picture down.
It's more about the pubs visit.
Nope.
Oh, and I'll let you know, the $8 wasn't for a lot of hours. I think I only worked like 1 or 2 days a week because I was 16. It was summertime.
Well, I remember back in the day, like we could only work.
And I had to get dressed up. Like
pushing shopping
I
carts.
couldn't go in like shorts and a t-shirt. Like
Like
I had to.
The grocery store.
I
when
was representing the front of the store.
I had a work permit, like maybe 14 in Hampton.
Well, I was 16, so I think I probably could have worked 40 hours.
No,
you couldn't work 40 hours at
I
16?
think 32
I don't know.
is like the max.
I think I worked 16 hours a
There
week.
are definitely child labor laws. Like you can't work.
I worked I worked
Unless it's
weekends.
summertime. Like summertime.
No, I worked I think I worked like Thursdays and Saturdays, and I was out of there by like 8 p.m. So it was perfect.
So we'll go into
Not
his
that I did
toilet
anything when I was in
breakout.
high school.
So he said, I knew I had to stay off the Guinness as it was quite a heavy drink. I did have a beer in
Quite a
a
heavy
few
drink.
select pubs, but I knew I couldn't overdo it as I knew the fizz would immediately
crazy.
make me bloated.
Chris went to UR Cooks in Dallas. See, they were all over Texas.
I lost count about how many toilet breaks. Said after he went to.
Can't imagine
beginning,
why.
It was minimal, once every 10 pubs, but at the end, I think I was.
What'd you
going
say?
once-
What was minimal?
The amount of pee breaks he was
Oh.
taking. I don't like the story anymore.
He bitched out.
He bitched out. Like, come on, man. I was hoping they were
He
going to be
probably
dragging
would
him
have died.
on a cart.
He probably would have died if he would have had 56 beverages in 24 hours.
That's an average of less than 2 per hour.
It's a little more
for
than
24 hours.
It's a little bit more than
your body
2.
metabolizes a beer an hour.
It's
So basically, you're just over. Come on.
I'll give you your
You train for this shit. You go through a pandemic training
What
for
is
this
it?
shit.
It's not in right.
I'm not telling you I'm
indignation.
die of fucking alcohol
I'll give you,
poisoning,
is
but
it indignation?
I don't know which words you're trying
don't know
to
either.
use. You and your fucking fancy books.
Sometimes
I
I
don't
rip them out and they're so good.
That's what I'm saying, right, Allison? Like I could theoretically sit at my house and drink 56 drinks in a row.
Yes, indignation. I was fucking right.
What's the definition?
Anger or annoyance provoked by what is perceived as unfair. Your indignation
Doesn't deserve it.
I will allow you your indignation. Sir.
I'm going to his webpage and I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna ban him. I'm gonna dox him. I'm gonna find out where he lives and fucking wherever the fuck. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do any of that. Anyway, it's disappointing.
I think I have to drink this last one a little faster.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not getting
warm.
buzzed.
Oh shit. Beth's looking for a good time tonight, guys. Cheers, everybody. Hey, one thing, this next story is pretty serious. So it's a you story.
A me story?
It's a you
sorry.
story. So next one's pretty serious. Cheers to everybody. Thank you guys for
So,
tuning in.
it is PTSD Awareness Month.
Yeah.
And a lot of people probably already know this, but it's not bad to bring it up. So PTSD is, of course, it occurs after an individual has been through a traumatic experience. The event made the individual feel unsafe to potentially being life-threatening, or that the life and well-being of others is being threatened. So here's the thing: PTSD can be really tricky. Like we know a lot of our service members,
We know a lot of people.
suffer from it. We know a lot of people, but it's not just people in combat zones that are struck with PTSD.
A lot of different things can happen. Yeah.
Well, if you remember, and it makes me feel like a wimp, but I had a small bout of PTSD after the Colorado. Like I would wake up
Wildfire.
from nightmares about our house being on fire, our friend's house being on fire, losing our pets. It took me a good 8 months.
It's pretty traumatic.
I mean, it took me a long time. It took me a long time to be able to talk about it and not be choked up. So it's something that needs, it definitely hits a lot more of our service members than anyone else because of their sacrifices and service that they've made for us. But it's global.
Yeah. There's a million different reasons that PTSD. You can be assaulted. You could be any.
Somebody breaks into your house, it could cause PTSD. Burglary, it's not. It can be anything from the smallest, what we think is simple. Somebody broke into my car, to I was in a combat zone. There's for some people that's traumatic because they lose their sense of security.
Yeah.
They feel assaulted and they feel like somebody has gotten into their lives that shouldn't have been there. So it's probably a minimal factor compared to other things, but it is something to think about. I will say that veterans, PTSD in veterans often leads to suicide, where the suicide rate is 50% higher than those who did not serve in the military. So it is significantly higher in our service members. But just wanted to remind everybody, if you guys either suffer from it or you know somebody who suffers from it,
reach out to somebody you need or support somebody that maybe you need.
And we should probably think about it more than just the month of June, which I'm sure.
My brother, that's
one of his
disabilities.
Yeah,
is he's got pretty significant PTS. And we as a family went through a lot.
Yes. Well, and he did even for a while up until probably a good decade ago.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
where he finally got some balance and figured some stuff out.
It took a long time.
Yeah. Well, there are a number of resources available.
It's not. It doesn't just end.
No, you learn to deal with it.
Yeah,
there are a number of resources available to those who may experience symptoms. The primary treatment for this disorder is counseling. DJ, What?
He said PTS is not a disorder, it's an affliction. That's a great way to put it, because it's not like it's not something that you can just treat specifically, like take this medicine.
Well, they do call it a disorder though.
I know, but it's
because there are ways to deal with it. Some of it's medication, some of it's canceling. Yes, right.
But people have to be willing to manage it.
They say counseling can help you understand your thoughts and learn to cope with what you're going through. So I think that's why they call it a disorder, because there is some manageability.
Well, that's
through
why they
counseling.
call it post-traumatic stress disorder. That's why he took the D off.
Right.
It's post-traumatic stress.
Right. I'm not going to say it's right or wrong.
That's fair.
For any of us in the way we think about it. I'm just more about the awareness of it. And so, DJ, I hope I don't offend you by saying that, but
it's good.
You're good. Just,
we're just here to support anybody that needs.
Well, and I know that like what you and I went through is probably so minimal, and
it's still a thing.
But we got over it with just time and
moving or whatever it was.
Probably a little bit of both. Yeah. But there are people who suffer from it their whole lives. Your brother, he's got to know what his triggers are, and he's got to try to stay away from those, and he tries to find ways to deal with when it occurs, what he deals with.
CBD.
So,
Allison said CBD. That is one of the
CBD. Okay, explain to me. So CBD is what's left over after you take the oil out of
depending if you want to take.
Well, because now some of the CBD does have THC in it, right?
It kind of has THC in it, and then you have to strip it out.
Right.
I don't know exactly all of the science because I've never used CBD.
So can you buy CBD with THC in it over the counter now? Even like in CBD stores?
Depending on the where you're at.
Like we have a CBD store right down the road. I bought some CBD ointment for my lower back for when I get really bad flare. I don't think that's getting me high. I wish it did. Not really, just kidding. Work.
THC. Some places do, like Arizona does. California.
Well, yeah, because it's legal in both those places.
I think it depends on who you know, where you get it from, and certain things like that.
Right.
So Delta 8 is what Chris Beerworth said.
What's Delta 8?
I think it's a particular
brand
maybe, or type of. But we could have somebody on to talk about it if you want.
I mean, I think it's interesting.
Have a conversation about that, because I think that is a really interesting way for. That's actually a really good pain management. I'm going to write that down.
Well, yeah, I mean.
And stress.
We use it on my back when my back was really bad. Like those times that I have those really, like when I throw my back out and I can't move for 3 days, it's really good. But some people do I think you can put it in drinks and stuff,
Put it
like
in,
certain
like,
stuff.
tea or coffee or
something.
like
I
oil
know,
or something like that. I know there's chewies. There's a million different things out there, and it just depends on. It's like always anything you're gonna do. We're not gonna represent like. I don't know who
Gigi
to
said
recommend.
proprenoli. Oh, I can't say it. Is an RX that indicated for PTSD. It helps. So, I mean, there's definitely things. If you suffer from PTSD, make sure that you're looking at all the options to help you with that, but then also be reaching out to people.
Like, do your homework on any of that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
you gotta.
gamble.
Yeah, don't just because you see somebody promoting it
Or it worked for Junior
20% off on this, and
but because it worked for Junior doesn't mean that
may
specific
not be
brand
the
and make
mix
may not
for
work for you. Yeah, we're all
that's
chemically
always
different,
kind of one
right?
of those things, right? But you know what will work for you? Sheath fucking underwear, because especially if you're a dude, it holds your balls where they're supposed to be.
Used that ball sack yet?
I used it.
What?
And then you put your little ding
didn't tell
dong
me.
through the little other holy thing.
I don't think you want to call your ding dong little, babes.
No, through the hole. Like
You said your little
there's
ding
literally
dong.
a hole, and then there's
Said
a
your little
pouch.
ding dong through the
Well,
hole.
whatever.
You should say you're gonna put your ding dong through the little
Your
hole.
Ocho,
'cause
put your Ocho in there. I don't
I
have
know.
an Ocho. I'm sorry, I'm not
No,
6'4".
I'm
Well,
okay.
Jesus, thank you.
I was about to say no. I'm
You're like,
okay with
no.
you not having an Ocho.
No, you don't.
I've told
dick.
you that I look at some of these porn things. I'm like, not within a 10-foot pole would that thing get.
Fuck off.
Nope.
Fuck right off.
Nope.
We can never do a good sheath advertisement that I could record because you're always talking about how little my ding dong is.
You called it little, babe, not
whatever.
me.
So
You
nonetheless,
set
if
the
you got a
precedent.
big or medium or large ding dong, you can go out to sheathunderwear.com.
Baby daddy.
Use the discount code "The Bar Is Open" to get a little nut hugger pouch for your twig and berries, twig and two berries. They also have lady stuff, which you've worn.
Yes.
What'd you think of the underwear? You wore the underwear.
I
the
like
other
the
day,
underwear. It was
last
good.
week.
Yeah.
The boy shorts.
The boy
You've
shorts, they were
worn
comfortable.
What do you
Worn
call
the
them?
sports bra? Well, it's a bralette.
Bralette. Reasonable. I mean, the price, especially I use like
Compared to everything else, they're very
So
reasonable.
another thing about like from a guy's perspective on this is, again, I've talked about jujitsu, I've talked about working out, but like I noticed this the other day is they're super breathable,
right?
which means they don't get like, you don't feel like you're drenched after working out. Like
They dry faster is what
they
you're
dry
saying.
super fast.
Yeah.
Right.
It's almost like that same material that workout stuff is made out of. The neoprene, or what do you?
No,
what is,
no,
not
no. It's
neoprene,
like, it's
but not
but it's
spandex
not
either.
yeah, it doesn't hold moisture.
It's thicker than spandex, but it's
It feels more
I don't know.
cottony,
It's like-
cottony, but it's not cotton. I don't know what the fuck it is. They make it out of like.
and DJ. I will agree with you
Good
that there are rape victims and sexual abuse victims that
100%.
experience PTS. I mean,
Yep. Absolutely.
yeah.
So go out, check out sheathunderwear.com.
I like it.
20%
I
out.
liked it. Yeah.
They're just super comfortable. I really want to get a rash guard from them.
Oh, they have rash guards?
Sammy has one. I can't find them
Oh,
on the
you know
website.
what? I remember seeing that on the
So we're a sponsored podcast. He's a sponsored athlete.
fighter. Yeah.
He's not a fighter. He's a sponsored athlete.
Oh,
but
what's the difference? Doesn't he fight?
he's a trainer and he
Oh, okay.
he doesn't
uses
fight,
it.
but he does other
I
things.
thought he fought. He fought when
Well,
you at the with
competitor.
you. He
But-
competes. Okay.
I wasn't in with Sheath at that point.
Okay.
So I'm going to definitely reach out to him.
Be like, hey, before my next fight, can I
There's
get?
some in in July. I'm like, would I be ready? I don't know.
Oh, that's really close.
I'm in better shape than I've ever been.
So you say.
I don't know. Go out, check them out. That's all I have to say.
Do they have
Robbie, I'll see
UV
if I
ray
can find you one.
protection?
Do they have what?
UV ray protection. I don't think
For your
so.
balls?
I mean, I feel like your balls would probably be important to have some UV ray protection.
I mean, if you're jujitsuing outside in the sun, perhaps. So it's a rash guard. It's more for like jujitsu. So it's more inside.
it's not a surf.
You wear them
rash
under your
guard.
gi, or you're
It's a
doing
workout rash
no
guard, not a
gi.
water rash
Yeah,
guard.
it's like no. It's basically to make sure you're not transferring.
But I don't think
sweat.
Robbie's looking at it from a water
No,
rash
that was-
guard.
No, he knows jujitsu. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a jujitsu.
Oh, you're talking about Allison's.
Allison's.
Yeah.
UV. Yeah, I don't know, but I can find out. How about that?
Write both of those down, Robbie and Allison.
UV protection
Ooh,
And
now the I drank this one a little bit faster.
Robbie,
Okay.
rash guard link.
Oh, so
All
let's talk about the remember pole mice?
You want to talk about that one?
Yes.
All right.
Gigi
So-
one upped it.
Gigi definitely one-upped it. All right, give me a second.
That was a
I gotta find
great
this.
share, Gigi.
So this one was was it last week? It was last Friday, I think. We did the pole dancing mice, right? And I'm just trying to find this.
wasn't last Friday, or was it? Or was it last Wednesday?
Skipped it.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was last
recently.
week. Yeah. But we had the pole dancing mice. And there are, so Gigi actually, where's my taxidermy sheep? Gigi shared a link and sent it to me. Taxidermy, so this is a particular taxidermied sheep that's joining
Sheep or lamb?
it says
I
taxidermy
think
sheep.
sheep and lamb are the same.
So-
thing, but yeah.
Taxidermy sheep cabinet joins the Salvador Dali furniture collection.
What?
Yeah. A stuffed lamb with a table on its back and a drawer in its side is the latest addition to the collection of furniture based on paintings of surrealist artist Salvador Dali.
Interesting.
Literally, this says I don't know how do you say XAI? Xi side tables have been created from taxidermy lambs by attaching a circular wooden surface. I'm going to need the clicker here in a second. Yeah.
Not a clicker.
Or whatever. Attaching a circular wooden surface onto their backs and inserting a drawer that
Chris said, "Is that from Wayfair?"
comes with a baby in it. That opens from one side of their abdomens. Hooves have been replaced with
Gold?
decorative Rococo bronze feet.
Oh, bronze. I thought it was gold.
Their designer Oscar Tusquets Blanca referenced, and I don't know what the fuck I don't even know what that means. A lamb with the telephone balanced on its spine. So that's the picture that Gigi, it was like, there's a very specific setup, right? So it's from it's from Dali's 1942 painting interpretation project for a stable library.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So that drove me down a
Issa White and multifunctional, right?
fucking
ALW.
rabbit hole of
But can you imagine if you put that by your bed and you woke up in the middle and you're like, "Oh shit," and then you forgot you got it, so it freaks you out.
Salvador Dali from his grave. What the fuck? So this drove me down this like holy shit path of
Oh no.
fucking okay.
Weird-
what else
Weird
do we got?
taxidermied animals.
Weird taxidermied animals.
Animals.
All right. So you're gonna have to zoom in on it. I can't really make it any bigger.
Not a hippo.
Let me go big. All right, we'll go big screen. All right. So this is a hippopotamus that was done.
That's scary looking.
Then we have the fox.
What does the fox say? I haven't seen it yet.
I don't
Show
know
me.
what the fuck this monkey is.
Well, that fox looks
You can
like
look
he
it
had
up
a
there.
rough night out drinking.
You can look up there, honey.
He lost an eyeball.
This is a lion. We've got a sad lion, or sad tiger. Or no, that's more of a that's like a male lion. Then we've got a sad lion. Like, huh? Oh.
No, that one looks surprised.
Like, oh
Huh?
shit!
Busted.
Oh.
Busted. So busted. I mean,
And then I don't. Is this an otter?
I love
Is this
otters.
an otter? I don't know. I think this is an otter. Fairly
Can't see
certain
it.
this is an otter.
Oh, I think it's an otter too. What does
Jess,
the tail
thanks.
look like?
She said, "Thanks. Now I'm not sleeping." ALW said, "No, no, 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 no."
I think that is an otter.
That's an otter, right? And this is I swear I've seen.
But he looks like he's going.
I swear I've seen this fox on other things, like maybe.
Yeah, no, on
What does the fox say?
No, yeah, or
Don't say the words because we'll get dinged.
what
this-
words?
Don't sing the song. Yeah. This I don't know. I mean, this.
I feel like
they
that
fucked
fox
up.
has been in stuff too.
I do too.
Commercials
This
or
poor-
something.
Who does this to a poor cat? Like who?
Jessica.
It's got two. Does it have two front? No, that's a different cat behind it. Okay, that's another cat.
What? Oh.
What in the actual fuck is with this bear?
Bear's like, honey.
Hey, hey guys! It's like that's somebody's best attempt at like Yogi the Bear.
It looks more like,
Hey, boo boo.
I mean, I don't think you have to be afraid of that bear. It looks more like, I'm gonna lick your face. I'm gonna lick your face.
There are literally way too many of these fucking things to go through. Like, why is this fox attached to? I don't know. Oh my God! Look at this one. Oh, that's another.
Oh my gosh. Do you think these people, it's a hobby for them? Where did you find these? A fail blog.
I
Okay.
just Googled. Literally, I just Googled. Fucking. Like.
Is that an owl?
I don't know. Wait till you see the fucking thing.
I'm pretty sure that's an owl.
I don't know. But wait till you, I mean,
Head
it's just
of a
like
wolf.
there's a million of them. Like just people that are just like they just keep going and going.
Well, and that like their eyes were like this.
Like you couldn't even put their eyes like
Even.
I don't know.
I mean, if I ever want to try taxidermy, please stop me.
I will for sure.
Seems like a great idea at first. Hey, boo boo. Dude, you said crest.
She said, "I'm so sorry, Greg. I feel responsible. It's all good." No, because it made me go down. We were going to talk about this last week on the Oddity Show, but we just ran out of time. But it's important.
It
that
did
we
make
share
you go
these things.
down. So I go down
I sat in the
rabbit
garage
holes.
and I was like, "Holy shit! Holy shit!"
I go down rabbit holes for movie trailers. You go down rabbit holes for the most random shit.
Yep. Absolutely.
Why do I need sex dolls or sheep statues? We have livestock and sex slaves that are free. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
What'd you say? I don't know. Just think of Beth saying, "I'm gonna lick your
I'm
face."
gonna lick your face.
All right, one more story for tonight, or two more stories, real quick.
We
Just two
do
more
need
stories.
this, Gigi. Thank you for sharing that. That was awesome.
Two more stories for tonight, and then we're gonna jump into some feel goods here. All right, so I gotta get back on track. All right, so story. This one's kind of funny. So, sheep sentenced to 3 years.
Man, no.
3 years. What do you think this sheep did?
Ate somebody else's grass?
Sentenced to jail. The
For-
sheep.
Oh, I know.
Sheep.
Ate somebody else's grass.
Sheep sentenced to 3
Hey.
years in jail after being
Hey.
convicted of killing a woman.
Wait, what? Huh? Murder? Serious? For shizzle?
Why do you think I was screaming downstairs? What is sheep plural for?
And
I
I'm
was
like,
murder sheep? Is that singular? I was like, it is, right? It's like
murder
kinda
sheep is singular. Sheep
sheep.
flock.
No,
Nope,
yeah,
it's
a flock
flock.
of sheep, right?
Yeah.
And I need to go back to school, evidently, because I couldn't figure it out. A sheep has been sentenced to
Gonna look
jail
this
for
up.
3 years. Wait, just listen to this fucking story. And,
Oh my gosh, Gigi said that sheep cocktail table retails for $30K.
Yeah. and some lady bought one or something. Yeah. That's, a sheep has been, God damn it. Sheep has been sentenced to jail for 3 years after he was found
Bad
guilty
behavior. Love it, Robbie.
of killing a woman. The ram was taken into police custody in South Sudan.
Okay. Makes
right?
sense.
Earlier this month after it attacked a lady, 45. She later died as a result of her injuries.
She fell down and hit her head.
Hang on. Police explained that the situation to Sudan's
You
eye
stupid
radio.
animal. You stupid sheep.
The ram attacked by hitting her ribs. Okay, so she was 45.
She headbutted her
Listen
ribs.
to me. Just listen.
Oh.
Remember, just remember the
Still to be
age
quiet?
45. I'm
45.
45. How old are you? Just
Older than
as
that.
reference.
Older than that.
You're 50 something. Right. The ram attacked by hitting her ribs, and the old woman died immediately.
Old woman.
So this
Who the
is
fuck wrote
this is what
I'm writing
happens
him hate mail.
in Rumbek East, in a place called Akul Yol Major Elia, whatever the fuck his name is. Our role as police is to provide safety and
Must be a
separate
very
fights.
quiet neighborhood.
The ram was apprehended and currently
Is it a
under-
ram or a sheep?
I don't know. It's gonna fucking took some more.
I think they
Let
probably
me-
said
let me go
ram
through the
so it'll
story
sound
first,
more
'cause-
like rough.
No, it's just you see the motherfucker. It's a sheep. All
I
right.
haven't seen it yet.
Our role as police is to to provide
There he
safety and
a ram.
separate fights. The ram was apprehended and currently under custody at the police station, wherever the fuck that place.
So what are they going to keep him in a jail cell and give him hay for the
Hang
next
on,
3 years?
hang on.
He's going to think it's great.
This gets even better. Okay, you ready for this? Okay, so if your dog went and bit and attacked and hurt somebody, who's responsible? The dog?
Me.
You are?
Yes.
Keep that in mind again. Right. Major Mabor explained why the ram was arrested for its actions. The owner is innocent, and the ram is the one who perpetrated the crime.
Double. He's a double ram.
So it deserves to be arrested. Then later on, the case shall be forwarded to customary court where the case can be handled amicably.
Do you think the judge is going to be like, get the fuck out?
Nope. Hang on. No. This is the Sudan.
I know, but come on.
The ram will now spend the next 3 years in military camp in a dual county headquarters.
Put them in an orange suit. An orange jumpsuit.
Fucking imagine if Joe Arpaio were its sheriff. Jesus. It's unknown if the animal has expressed remorse for his crime.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Local court also ruled that the owner of the ram, whatever the fuck his name
was remorseful.
Will have to hand over 5 cows to the victim's family as compensation. This is where we used to live, like 100 years ago.
I didn't live there ever.
This is basically what we used to do. We'd hand over cows. Like
and
Johnny
I still think it's funny in 2022. I'm going to give you 5 cows.
Yeah. The ram's owner and the victim's family are related.
The ram called this payback.
And neighbors. When the ram is freed from prison, it will also be gifted to the family in accordance with the law.
Why would you want that ram if it killed? They're going to make barbecue. They got cabrito. They got cabrito coming up.
I was thinking, is that barbecue? But it's cabrito.
Cabrito. Yeah. I do like DJ said, in other countries where livestock is frequently raped, the ram called this payback. Nature for the win. It's just, I mean, you have to wonder, like, do you think this major whoever is like dead serious? Or do you think he's like, this is kind of funny and we have nothing else going on in this area? And where are they going to put the sheep? Are they going to put them in a cell?
The jailhouse.
Are they going to put it in a cell and feed it?
No, it's just going to be in the courtyard.
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, and they're going to pick up its poop.
So people are still working for that motherfucker.
Yeah, he's still got the good life.
Yep.
He doesn't have to go. He doesn't have to go out to pasture.
He doesn't have opposable thumbs to be like, get the poop pan out.
He doesn't have to go out to pasture and then make his way back home to eat. Those bitches will be like, I brought you your dinner. Enjoy.
I would have eaten him if he had, right? I don't know.
I would have said, win for the sheep. Ram sheep.
All right, last story.
Yes.
Get into field
and now she has, the ram has PTSD.
Oh my God.
No white privileges for that sheep.
Stop it.
I didn't say that.
Robbie. It is a white sheep.
I couldn't say that. I'm not white.
Oh, alligator rips off chunk of man's leg in Florida after he mistook it for a dog.
How did they know he mistook it for a dog, first of all?
He fucking mistook it for, it's Florida. God damn.
I mean, but how did they like get a mind reader out there and she put her hand on the alligator? He was like, he didn't mean to. He thought you were an animal. You were a puppy.
The man mistook the alligator for a dog. Not the dog. No, the alligator was like, I've changed. I'm now a dog.
I thought you were saying the alligator thought that the man's leg was a dog. Don't fucking judge me. I've been drinking.
So you thought the alligator was like, fuck this. I'm a dog now. Bro.
No, dumbass. I'm saying that the alligator thought the man was a dog. That the leg was a dog.
A man lost a chunk of his leg.
I guess we're both dumbasses at this point right now.
A man lost a chunk of his leg when he was attacked by an alligator outside a Florida hotel after mistaking the reptile for a dog. The bizarre incident unfolded as the man was walking outside wherever this hotel is, around 12:30 a.m. Tuesday, and noticed a dark figure shuffling around in some bushes. Thinking that it was a dog attached to a long leash, the man, his fucking tail?
Wait, I'm like, how could you confuse it?
The man didn't move out of the way when the gator charged towards him. The gator bit his leg and ripped off a piece of the muscle tissue.
I bet you he was drunk. Because how would you not move out of the way?
12:30 in the morning. Yeah,
drunk.
You're hanging out. You're out smoking a cigarette. Like
drunk or high.
You got a beer in your hand. I mean, staying probably at a decent place. I don't know, maybe. Or you're staying at a fucking happy house.
But how do you not be like, oh, fuck alligator?
Right? Like how dense are these bushes?
Note to self, Beth. Don't go looking for dogs in bushes.
Especially in fucking Florida.
Yeah.
So a deputy who responded on a separate call.
Gators do bark when you were high.
A man was taken to paramedics with non-life threatening.
No, he's only got half of his left,
injuries.
mate. How is that not life-threatening?
Maybe he just like nicked his leg or something.
You said a piece of.
I don't know what that
A
means.
chunk,
It doesn't say exactly, and there's no
Chunk bite a
injury.
chunk of.
So you know what? When in Florida,
Don't go chasing after
alligators.
rainbows.
Don't go chasing
Waterfalls.
alligators.
Don't go chasing waterfall alligators.
I don't know what else to
Oh
say.
my gosh. All
That-
right.
that's it.
So
What's your feel good for
my
today, honey?
feel good. It's cute and kind of weird.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
rats trained to carry tiny backpacks to earthquake zones.
What's that?
Rats trained to carry tiny backpacks into earthquake zones.
What are in them? Like crackers?
No. Yes, crackers.
Like what are you bringing
Because
in
the
earthquake
rat's just
zones?
gonna like go. There's an earthquake, right?
Yep.
Buildings falling, people,
Okay,
right?
carrying
They're
tiny
sending
backpacks.
the rats in there, and the backpack will have a microphone, a GPS, and a
Oh.
camera, so that they can go around the
in
earthquake
between all the stuff.
debris
That's kind of cool. Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
uh,
You do that for search and rescue. And for all sorts of stuff.
notify. Well, yeah, but notify. This is where I'm at. Like the GPS lets them know where the rat is in conjunction to where they're at, so that they can go and try to rescue the person.
Well, I mean, even if you just got eyes on it, it's running by somebody. Probably going to freak somebody out. If
Oh
like, a
no,
rat
they've got to
shows up.
probably got to have like a message: do not kill the rat. Do not kill the rat. Do
Yeah.
not. The rat is here to help. The rat is here to help. Because I mean, though, if you're stuck in earthquake debris, are you really that worried
If
about
a
a rat?
shows up and it starts like you think
He's
it's
not
going to
gonna
nibble on your nose. Yeah, you do. Like instantly. Everybody has a fear of rats.
I don't have a fear
you
of rats.
instantly have a jump fear. Yeah, you
no,
do.
I don't.
If
I
I
don't.
released a mouse in this
But I'm
house,
not gonna like swat it away. I'm not gonna hurt it. I'm gonna jump from it. But
you don't like bugs.
I
you
like
had to pick
most
up
bugs.
half of a cockroach.
Well, A, it was half of a cockroach, and B, it was a cockroach. Ew and ew.
What if I put a half a mouse downstairs?
I don't want half a mouse. I'll take a whole mouse, thank you. But they are saying like this woman that's doing the research. She's a 33-year-old research scientist from Glasgow who is actually doing this research in Turkey because it's a very high earthquake zone. They have trained 5 rats. So
These
far.
5 mice. No, wait, go ahead. Sorry.
They've trained them to try to. They're working on this, and so the backpacks are in special order now, so that as they're training them to be able to go and find people, once these backpacks are in, they'll be able to put them and let them go in to try to find people.
Yeah, if you could make like super small GPS.
But I
units,
wonder,
you
like,
could do that with all the chips. From,
you
like,
know
the chips
how,
and phones and stuff, like use old phones.
I'm trying to think, like the golden retrievers, like they used in
Search and
9/11.
rescue.
Search and
Yeah.
rescue. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name. I wonder if they will need, because like on the golden, granted, okay, I shouldn't say that, Mike, because they're saying they're very smart and they're actually very clean animals, despite what people think,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
where
yeah.
they live.
Unless they have the bubonic plague.
well, unless they're living in the
Yeah,
fucking
like
sewer, like in New
Black
York.
Death. Yeah.
Like, so those
Probably
golden
alligators down there,
retrievers
too.
needed time off because they would get depressed. I
So
wonder
we-
if the rats
It's
will
an interesting
need some like love and hype and toys to play with when they
Yeah,
find
it's-
somebody.
interesting that you brought that up. I'm actually going to change my feel good, and I'm just going to add that to the bottom. We met a new neighbor. I'm not going to go into specifics, very specifics. New neighbor at
yes,
the pool,
yes.
and
They came over.
her and her daughter were
Right.
at the pool,
Right.
and her husband is a local firefighter,
Captain.
captain of fire in
Yeah,
our
captain,
local
firefighter captain.
fire service, and he was deployed out to Uvalde. So he is my
For
feel
last
good
week and a half.
of the week.
Yes.
And we were talking to them and said, "Hey, we've talked to you guys. We've said we hang out front. We always have our garage.
We were
door
talking to
open."
mom and daughter.
and it happened to be Sunday night after we got back from seeing Maverick, Top
Right.
Gun.
It was
And
unfortunately really
we were
fucking
eating
good.
dinner pretty late at night because it was
Well, because we got home
9
late.
o'clock,
Yeah.
something like that, 10 o'clock, something like that.
We always eat late.
And they wheeled by in their
Golf cart.
but they had come around once before and they couldn't find it. But neighbors,
Garage
Travis and
was open.
Celine had their garage open. So we're sitting down eating dinner and they say, "Hey,
You've
you have
got a
some friends
visitor."
over." And we're like, we figured it was the girls from
Yeah,
next
that's what I
door.
thought too.
And we came out and it was them. And it
Yeah.
was really cool to see new neighbors, meet new people.
Right.
But
The wife.
the wife was we met the wife.
Well, no, but the
earlier.
wife was like, he needed this
He needed
tonight.
this break, right? So we ended up bringing Lucy out, who's our golden doodle.
Right.
And he got to
S
sit
asked if
there.
she could see it.
Yeah,
Yes.
he wanted
Can
to,
we-
they wanted to see it, so we brought her out, and she's being trained. She's been kind of trained as a service dog,
A therapy
like
dog.
a therapy dog.
Yeah.
Rather, I'm sorry. But he
He loved her.
loved her,
He just cuddled with her for
Yeah.
so long.
and then we brought
Bomber.
brought Bomber out, and he did the same thing. So he kept reiterating that there were so many people that brought
Their therapy dogs out.
down to Uvalde. He said there was 40 or plus therapy, all different types, Great Danes and Golden Retrievers. And shout out to all those people that took time.
Because here's the thing, it takes a lot of time to make your dog a therapy dog. Hence the reason we haven't completed the process yet.
You know, it was pretty moving because he just gotten back that day.
He was a little disturbed. Like he was
He
emotionally.
was emotional, but he was drinking some beers too, which was totally fucking. I mean, all of the shit.
Well, for the last week and a half, he's had to put up with mourning,
he was just,
and
you could see the stress and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I hope that our dogs were able to help him a little bit more as he got back and kind of started, because he's gonna have to take a lot of decompression off of that, right?
yeah, it's heavy.
But it was really great to get to meet those two and their daughter, who then weird small world.
I know.
Our neighbor went
Knew
to
his
school
family. They
with
live in the same.
them.
Their parents live in the same damn neighborhood.
They've lived in the same neighborhood for 15 years and they've never seen each other.
Before they lived in the same neighborhood as kids.
Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
it's just a weird little thing going on, but you know what? It's take a minute, and if you have a conversation with somebody, you never know how it's going to impact other people, and you know what? Just do what you can, right? So that's what I feel good.
To add some levity to this, ALW said, "My feel good is my new sheep table." Rats are
Hell
sponsored,
yes.
and Chris said the rats are sponsored by North American Rescue.
They're always doing something. If your rat gets cut in half, tourniquet it here.
Oh my gosh!
You know. So yeah, so that's that. So Maverick, Top Gun
Yes,
Maverick.
and there are bomb sniffing rats. ALW. Gigi's 100% correct, because that was part of the. I think they said 175
They're all over the
bomb
world.
sniffing rats, and the reason why they're so good is they don't send landmines off because they're so light.
Yeah.
So they can find the landmine
But
without
they
it
still
going
use
off.
them in Vietnam and stuff
Yes,
like that.
they do.
Yeah. So it's pretty
We
interesting.
actually, that was my feel good like a year and a half ago. I
Yeah,
think.
that's right. Yeah. So Top Gun, go see it. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
So good.
So
I
good,
so
but-
like fought tooth and nail to go see it, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so pissed off that this is so good, and I cried like 3 times.
The nostalgia
Well,
alone
and just the memories,
That's
and
what I'm saying.
like when Tom Cruise
goes
teared up.
inverted.
But when he teared up, I was like, dudes cry, fucking lose it.
It was awesome. So Jocko, I was telling you, on Monday, I listened to an interview that Jocko Willenick did with an actual real Top Gun pilot.
Yes.
He was like one of the instructors, and he's trained in like all these different
Your food's burning, by the way.
platforms, different types of planes and stuff like that. It's like 20 minutes long. Go find it. And he's like, even that guy, I can't remember his name, but he goes, yeah, I loved it. Granted, it is
good.
Hollywood, but as much as you can make a Hollywood movie really good, that was it. And fucking, it did not disappoint.
ALW will not fall asleep at this movie.
You will, no.
You will not.
fall asleep.
And ALW, you've been fucking hilarious tonight, girl. You've good. Kudos to you,
Finally,
my friend.
I got to remember to do this.
I have to pee
She-Hulk
so
is
bad.
coming out. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. She-Hulk is coming out. And I'm not sure what I think about it. I had another picture of She-Hulk, and it was Beyonce. Is it Beyonce? Yeah,
If
it's
you ask me,
Beyonce.
I say it like Beyonce. I say it like a total Hispanic.
So She-Hulk is a movie that's being
is
made.
it really coming out?
Yeah. they're
Oh
ma-
wait, we saw the previews of it somewhere.
I played it for you.
Yeah.
It's been a little while, but I don't know what what to think about it. So I'm
The
gonna just
movie
let
or
it
the-
go- the movie.
Beyond the Beyonce. I sound
wish
like my
I'll
fucking
find it
mother
for
all of a
Friday
sudden.
night. I'll find the one I thought I had. I thought that's the one I had up, but
No,
the
you gotta do
Beyonce
the
one
The other one is like
it's legit. Give me the thing. Give me the thing.
for what? I thought you didn't have it.
I got it right here. I've got it right here. We've always got it. All right. Is it gonna come up? Yep. There you go. There it is. She-Hulk. All right. So if you can't be appreciative of that, I don't know what to tell you. I'm saying She-Hulk.
She's legit Ripped though, man.
Yoked.
Yoked.
Why didn't they just hire her?
Completely yoked.
So you guys do you go see that.
All right.
The
So today in history.
Munsters,
No,
real
no, no. We're gonna keep. Now we're just gonna do today in history because our food is burning and I have to pee.
We have food.
Yeah, in the oven as we
All right,
speak.
today in history, real quick. Super fast, super easy. Kanye West
Wow.
is 45 today. And Edward the Black
He was a
Prince.
pirate, right?
No, he's just some dude.
I thought he was a pirate.
Edward the Black Prince died in 1376. So never say you didn't learn something. And he was also white. So I just
Why
wanted
was
to
he the
point
Black
that out.
Prince? Did you look at that?
I don't know. I didn't
Oh,
really care.
oh.
I only had a few minutes to find today in history. So just know Edward the Black Prince died in 1376. He was a white guy. And Kanye West, who's a black guy, is
He
45.
turned
today.
45.
Yeah. So
Right.
that's it. We're
Out, bitches.
We're out, bitches. We will catch you guys Friday night. Thanks so much for hanging in there, hanging out with us, having fun. Been a fucking blast
It was fun today.
for a Wednesday night.
Because I
My
drank.
God. You need to do that more frequently.
Yeah.
It's summertime, honey. Summertime rules.
I can't.
Summertime rules.
I
Oh,
can't.
Doyle rules.
Wait, drink Wednesdays and not Sundays is what you're saying?
You don't drink on Sunday. Well,
Rephrase that frame.
reframe that phrase.
Yes. Thank you.
Maybe I don't. You do you, girl.
I do drink.
Love you guys.
Sometimes.
Have an awesome night.
GG,
We will
it's so
catch
good,
you
so good, so good.
Friday.
You've got to definitely see it in an
evening.
IMAX theater size screen.
Oh yeah. Preferably on like chairs that like completely relax and lay back. We had fucking couches.
She said, ciao, beaches.
Ciao, be shaz. All right, you guys. Catch you guys Friday.
Love you guys.
Military first responders. Love you guys who can't do this. Thank you so much for everything. Ian, come get a beer this weekend. We'll catch you later. Evan Haley, we miss you. Cheers, everybody. See ya.
Love you.
Peace.
Have a great rest of the week.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Out.